Well, hello and happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Venus and Mars release week. I hope you all got your merch. I literally just got mine about 10 minutes before I went live. Happy Sunday. Andy Nichols here from Two Legs, here to join you all again for the Sunday live show. And also a little bit of a different twist of a new show that we're going to do today as well. And that we're going to get to that in a little bit. As you can see in the title description, we've got a show that we've got dubbed Hands Across the Water. And if you saw the thumbnail, you can kind of guess what that's going to be. As you know, every so often I've got Kyle and Tony on, and we thought, let's just brand it and do our own little show. Occasionally, it won't be every Sunday, but maybe once a month we'll get together and do this. So it's going to be a little bit of both today. I've got a lot of ground to cover before we get to Kyle and Tony. But let's just say good morning to everybody, or good afternoon, depending on your. A little bit of a later start today, because our schedules are a little bit back. The MVP and I have a few things scheduled later in the day, so we said, let's just bump it back a half hour, and that worked for Tony, because Tony and Kim were coming back from, I think, hanging with friends, so that works for them. Tony, you've got 15 minutes, and I'll get to the rant. Don't you worry, I will get to it, and I hope you get back in and you're all dialed in. Let's just say hello to everybody. Brad, yes, it's a free shirt because you are one of our Patreons, so it's a free shirt. You don't have to pay for it because you support us on Patreon. So yes, please email Heidi or me your address, and we will take care of you. So thank you. Joe Mantaneo, hello, sir. Lynn, hello. Tony D, your shirt was mailed as well, too. Hello, Mr. Boyce. I hope all is well in the UK today on your Sunday evening now. And I believe you all had the clocks go ahead this week in the UK. So now you've got that kind of 3 or 4 weeks where there's only a 4-hour difference, and now it's a 5-hour difference again. I remember that well when I lived over there. So now you've got, so now it's 5, a little after 5 now, I would imagine. Yeah. MVP, good morning. Christian, hello, sir. Susan Gagne, hello, my friend. And she is going to get her shirt too. Well, she should have it by Monday. Boyo! Hi, Andy. Stayed up just to announce, again, my adoration of the Atmos mix. Still, yes, we will get to all that. Literally, this morning, I was able to listen to the Venus and Mars Dolby Atmos mix, and holy crap, how good it is. Just sampled a half a dozen tracks. I know McCartney 1, McCartney 2, and Band on the Run got Dolby Atmos, but this album in Dolby Atmos, wow. I mean, these are songs that we can repeat backwards and forwards, but there are so many little things you hear now differently on it. And Boyo and I were geeking out over WhatsApp this morning, talking about differences. And there was a mistake in the I guess mixing process of the bass part on Rock Show. If you've listened to it, you might know what it is, and Boyo can tell us. He's all right tonight. I'm glad you are. Hello, Jeffrey. Happy Sunday. So as you see, I'm rocking one of the new Venus and Mars t-shirts, which literally just got dropped off, and I said, well, I know what one I'm wearing for the show today. Generally, I have this rule of thumb: a new shirt's got to get washed first and dried. Didn't apply that one for this one. Just had to rock it. Mr. Martinez, looking forward to seeing you next weekend. And Nick, hello, Nick. I'm sure he will be, Mrs. Beatley Tone. Hello, Jay. Beatletti, hi, Andy. Are you going to the fest? Well, where you been, Beatletti? Of course, yes, I'll be at the fest. I've got if you followed our socials, we posted the schedule of where we're going to be and when. Of course, we are fest veterans now. We've gone to every one since fest came back in 2022. Oh, they're next week. Tony told me they were this week. He told me on WhatsApp it was this week. That's for now. Good, son. Good. 30th for the clock change. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm St. John's lost yesterday, Brad. I know you're the basketball guru here on the Sunday Family Chat, and we were watching it yesterday at our local pub. And St. John's, which is the team that we have interest in, lost. So I will. And last year, I think it was last year, the year before, it might have been 2 years ago, we did a March Madness bracket with Macca songs. That was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do it again because it's in America here. We've got the basketball tournament for college, which is a big thing. And I'll when it gets to like the Sweet 16, Brad, I'll get locked in. Sports for me, as I've said on the show, are waning with interest as the year goes on, as the years go by. Maybe I'll get back into it, but playoffs of all sports and maybe the big events. But I hope your bracket's doing good. Yes, I believe it is. In fact, I know it is. Yes. Hello to all the family. Indeed. I'm getting a shirt. If you're going to the fest, you will get a shirt. Yes, you will. Are you going to be there in Jersey City next weekend? This is so cool. The former leg, the OG, is going to be in Scotland next weekend. Well, then you got to go down to Liverpool. If you're going across the water, you got to go down there. Well, this is a whole other thing now. These two Southerners, okay, these two lovebirds in London got the exclusive Raglan Venus and Mars shirt in a day. Who do you know at MPL? I want that contact info. Sends us a picture of the two smiling lovebirds. I'm like, are you kidding? You got the shirt already? He knows somebody on the inside. See, that's how he gets everything, you see. Yeah, of course. Yes. Yeah. Rick Pitino. He was rocking that red jacket yesterday, which looked stunning. But they lost. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the MVP went to St. John's, so they lost. They lost. Hi, Laura. Let's all click like and subscribe. Yeah. Russ. Hello, Russ. Hey, Andy. Hope to meet you and folks next weekend. Well, we will get to all that. I've got, so before we get to Hands Across the Water with Tony and Kyle, and we're going to do another one of our fantasy playlists today, and Kyle came up with a really good cooking idea that we'll do together, and we'll put together a playlist, and if you are one of our Patreons and you are on the Discord, you will get that playlist. So, but we'll put it together as we do it today. So just to let you know, I'll probably do it. We'll probably end up doing a 2-hour show because I've got 4 things to kind of cover before we start with Tony and Kyle, and then probably do an hour and a half with them, and probably call it a day around 2:00, I would think, Eastern, just to let you know how long that we'll be on today. Susan usually does the virtual fest, but they don't have tickets available yet. I'm sure they are. Bill Leary just got his 2-leg shirt. Very good. I'm glad you got it, Bill. The MVP got all the shirts mailed out this past week to everybody. So we are current, and those that we know that are coming in person, we will give in person. And if you are coming to the Jersey Fest and you would like a shirt, just come, and we're also going to have like a little 2-legs gathering within the fest. We don't know what night yet. It's probably going to be Saturday night, just probably in the hotel somewhere, just hanging out. But if you want a shirt, that's kind of where we'll be. Kyle and I are going to make like a poster to promote it, and just a little hangout, and that's where if you want a shirt, that's where we'll be. Michael Patrick, hi from the UK. Thanks for being here. Looks like a new name. David says, unfortunately, with the in-laws on a tight schedule, oh boy, that's a shame. I swear I'd be picking up all the releases if they were released physically. Of course. Yeah. Yes, Beatletti, just get your information there to the MVP, and she'll take care of you. Matt Bazell, good morning, good afternoon. Christian says, I watched your new episode yesterday. It's sad that those songs are among Paul's most streamed. He does not connect. Yeah, and we mentioned that in the show. He does not connect as well as Elton certainly does. Now, he's got that new album coming out in April with Brandy Carlisle, which I'll give it a listen, but it's not going to be a proper Elton album. But I know that our friend Nick Syrett, I think, is a big Elton fan, and he heard the one track and liked it. Hello, you managed to catch me on today. Ciao. So it was a good week. I spoke to Luca Perazzi at one point over the weekend. He's getting ready to launch his YouTube channel. He's basically doing a YouTube channel basically called The Stories Behind the Songs, where he's going to just do a quick 15-20 minute episode on songs from his book, and he's just getting started. So I think in another month or so, his channel will be launched, and look forward to seeing Luca joining us here and bringing stories of his books to us in the YouTube community. Yeah, well, it is cool we're doing the Venus and Mars panel with Alan and Adrian, because the timing is perfect. it coincides with their book. It coincides with the anniversary of the release. So it's going to be great to see Alan and Adrian, who's flying over from the UK, and he's going to be on a couple of panels. He's going to be on the generational panel, which I was going to be on, but I said, look, Adrian, you go on that instead. So I just can't wait to see those guys. One could argue that Ringo does better connecting than Paul. Yeah, it might be. Matt says, Andy, I heard there was a virtual option for the fest, but I could not find anything on the site. Will you and Tom be live streaming your panel? That's an unknown because it all depends on the Wi-Fi. I can tell you that the Two Legs panel that we're doing with Alan and Adrian will 100% be recorded and posted. Live, I don't know, but it will be recorded and posted probably as an episode the week after the fest or maybe even whenever we get home. But if we can go live, we will. I know that we're planning at some point that weekend too to go live, maybe in just kind of like what we did in Manchester, and connect with people. So we might do that as well too. Again, given we haven't been there in 2 years because last year we were at TWA, so there's been some renovations at the Jersey City Hyatt. So we'll see how that is. Maybe they upgraded their Wi-Fi. I know that I tried doing it in 2022 when Tom was on a panel, and it wasn't good, and we got all these hateful comments. The quality's bad. The quality's bad. No. Because they're a lot of the same. Maybe I will. The MVP will have pictures and videos, but maybe we will. It all depends on timings and logistics, and because the schedule is out, and I guess we'll get to the fest stuff before we get to. Everybody seems to be talking about that, but no, he always drops the videos right before I'm ready to go live, so I have to catch. Excuse me, Andrew's videos usually during the week because he literally drops his episodes like at 11:30 or 11 o'clock on a Sunday morning when I'm getting ready to prepare for my show. But I will check it out. What I learned from your show is that Back to the Egg. Well, yes, they do. So 275 was a great show on the most streamed songs, and then we kind of, thanks to Susan, had a little bit of insight because there was Wings, which we should have realized. But again, we're not the most prolific streamers. I stream a little bit. Tom does not stream at all. So thinking, Wings would be its own artist on Spotify. So that's why we ended up recording that other little section afterwards and kind of just slid it in there. I really enjoyed the streams last time. There were no complaints from me. Well, then we will try. And I would like to think that how many years later, 3-4 years later, they've made upgrades enough to do that. Hopefully, you see, I just got a notification. Parallelogram at 50. Why Wings Classic soars on its half-speed remaster? Well, I did watch Tony's video yesterday, which was a brilliant video. And he was telling us about his hi-fi setup, and I was amazed when I learned about his stylus and how high tech it is, but he says it was a retirement gift to himself. So I'll see it when we visit him in December. But he did say it was a kind of diminishing returns, but that he's been changing his mind. But the Dolby Atmos is just fascinating. Russ, what I learned from the Paul Spotify show is that I'm old and fondly recall his best music from my youth, and that's fine. Okay? But these are the trends. These are the trends that happen now. And excuse my voice, I am coming back from a battle this week of like flu-like symptoms. It was not the flu, but it felt like it. I felt like I got hit over by a truck, and I'm just getting back my strength now, thankfully. So I'm sounding a little bit better, but I do apologize if I sound a little croaky today than usual. He's in the backstage, and he's wearing the shirt too, that old git. Oh God! So they're in the backstage. So let me get through the agenda here before we start our next segment here. So I'm the merch came, 2 shirts. Okay, the poster, which is really nice. Here we go. The poster, which is just that, very classy. Again, running out of wall space. Where the hell am I going to put it? But we'll find a spot. The very infamous, which Tony had on for his show, the It's All Balls t-shirt. And the wings on the sleeve, which I think is cool. You got wings on the sleeve, so I will be rocking one of these for the panel, no doubt. And now the other stuff is coming in another order because the stuff I ordered from PaulMcCartney.com got split into 2, so I've got everything coming. The tote bag, the slip mat thing, and here it is. And if you watch Tony's video, he gave a great breakdown on all the descriptions here and the titles and everything about it, really. This one's made in Germany. Does that mean it's not good or not? Some of them were Germany, depending on where they came. Czech Republic, Germany. Maybe this one should be better now because I know the people were complaining about the ones in Czech Republic. Yes, Tone has the moving coil cartridge. They are way more expensive than regular moving magnet cartridges. Really need a nice turntable to use them. Okay, well, we all can't be bougie, but congrats, Tony. Hang in there, Andy. Amazed that Silly loves songs. With a little luck, and listen to what the man said. Because they're credited to Wings. That's why. So if you go to Spotify and you look, those songs are all up there. They are. Thank you. Yeah, it's very nice. The shirts are nice. German pressings are generally great. The tickets for the online attendance are already on sale. I found so the link is there. Okay, so just go to the Fest website and you could probably find it. James Boyce does not buy merch often, but he made an exception for the you gotta have that. Scotty O'Rourke from Long Island. Hello, buddy. All right, now that's the merch. Okay, let me just show. Okay, for everybody here, the schedule, and then I got a rant and a half to go on here, a big one. And Tony made it back in time from his friends to hear this rant, and it's a rant, and I've gotten it, but it ended very nicely. But let me just show you real quick the schedule. Okay, that's the schedule. Okay, it's on our social medias. Okay, it's basically Saturday and Sunday, 12:30 on Saturday in the Tell Me What You See room. We've got the collectors panel. Then at 2:45, we've got the historians panel as well, which is myself, Jim and Susan Ryan, and Janet Davis, and Karen Duhai and Kid O'Toole. Sunday, okay, this is the kind of the crazy day. We've got a panel in the Paperback Writer Room, which is a recap of the Got Back tour in 2024 and our trip to the UK, and also the Bowery experience, which will be with Susan and Jim Ryan, myself, the MVP, and Joan Borelli. But it's at 12:30. And then we've got our Two Legs panel at 1 o'clock. So we might try to do that one a little earlier, like at 12, and just start it earlier because we've got Alan and Adrian at 1 o'clock in another room. And that, to me, obviously, that's the most important one of the weekend, which is us, to do that with Alan and Adrian. And then at 3 o'clock on Sunday, we've got the academic panel, The Future of Beatles Fandom, with Ken Womack, myself, Kid O'Toole, and Karen Duhai. So that is my schedule for the Fest this weekend. It's a total of 5 panels. Looking forward to it, as usual. But honestly, the Two Legs one is the one I'm looking forward to the most, obviously. Boyo, I don't buy merch all that often, but made an exception for the Raglan shirt. Yes. Well, that's the other thing, too. So if you got an email dropped from Paul McCartney on Friday morning, and Boyo texted me right away. There was 300 units made worldwide of this Venus and Mars red Raglan shirt. They have the black one, which is the standard, but then they made this other one that's only had 300. So the timing was fortuitous. I wasn't busy at the moment, so click, order, buy, done. And then we're like, wait, 300? These are going to be sold out in minutes, but they're still available. Now, I know the Raglan type shirt is not everybody's cup of tea. It's really not mine either, but I said, wow, only 300 made. Got to grab it. So they're still available, and Boyan's he's our statistician on those. He's been telling us how many are much left in quantity. So if you like those shirts, go check your promotional filter inbox there and look for it because they're still available. And Mrs. Beatley Tone got one, and it looks really nice. German pressings were always great. Back in the day, I got With the Beatles on the Odeon German, the one with the hi-hat. The hi-hat beginning. I love that one. Hello, Kent. All the best from Sweden. Yes, absolutely. Yes, looking forward to seeing you next weekend, Scott. All right, now. 2 other quick things before the rant. Rest in peace to Andy Peebles of the BBC. And if you know your Beatles history, Andy Peebles was the last person to interview John. Or one of the last people. He wasn't. He was the last person from England to interview John before he died. And he passed away from the BBC. And that's if you ever heard those interviews or read those transcripts, those are fascinating. And Andy Peebles, just a great interviewer, and that book was fantastic with insight from John in his last days. And then I got a message that in July, this came from Lake Worth Pirates, who's a follower of us on there. On Saturday, July 26th, there is going to be a Revolver live concert, a tribute at the Grammy Museum in L.A. with Lawrence Juber of Wings, doing the whole Revolver album, some Beatles songs, and then some Badfinger songs as a tribute to Joey Molland. So that's at the L.A. Grammy Museum, and it's Revolver Live. If you probably search it up, but that's cool. I don't think I'll go to it, but that's pretty cool that Lawrence is going to play that. It is July 26th, David. It is July 26th. Okay, rant time, and then we're going to get to Hands Across the Water. Now, move this out of the way. 2 weeks ago, you know that I got a suitcase, okay? Because you won't see it up there now. I got an Egypt Station suitcase, okay? We posted a video on it. Now, in my haste of getting this suitcase and my excitement, I did not look it over thoroughly. I saw it. I opened it up, assuming everything was inside of it. And 2 things were missing from the suitcase that I bought. The second record, the Egypt Station 2, with the blue, and the lithographs. So when we did the video with Tom recording it, I just discovered that for the first time. Because, you see something in a store, you're so excited. I opened it, assuming everything was in there. Negotiated a price, and bought it. And then doing this video with Tom, I'm like, shit, I just got screwed over. And I didn't get everything in the suitcase. And the temper and the steam was firing out of my ears. And this was from Factory Records in Dover. So I'm gonna they're gonna take this one on the chin, because I'm a loyal customer of theirs. And I DM them, and I'm like, you sold me an incomplete set. And they're like, oh, our acquisitioner priced it at this based on what was inside, aka you didn't know what was inside and you just threw that out there. That thing should have been listed not complete. Yes. Big time. Hey, Joy, my Manchester girl who rocked the 2-leg shirt at the show. See you at the fest. Big time. So when we did this video with Tom, you know me, the native New Yorker comes out and said, I got screwed over and I don't want to get screwed over. I went on Discogs and lo and behold, found another suitcase. So now I've got 2. I got a complete one and one that's not complete. And the one that was complete was cheaper than the one that I got that was incomplete. So, thanks a lot. I'll go still support them because they're my local store. But total crap. So, yes. So, what am I doing here? I am offering for sale the incomplete one. And we can talk, DM me, message me. I was going to bring it to the fest and show it as the collector's piece and then hopefully sell it at the fest. But looks like our son down under already is put in an offer for one. So he is our adopted son. He's got to get first preference. So we will talk, okay? It's incomplete. But yeah, I'll talk to Boyan first. And if it doesn't work out, I will bring it to the fest and we can negotiate a price and I will sell you an incomplete one. I will tell you that the one that I paid $400 for it, and it was higher than that. And the one that I got that was complete with shipping was less than that considerably. So now I have 2 suitcases, and I'm gonna sell the other one. Just got to see, maybe Boyan, if you want it, maybe we wait till you're over here. Just depends on how much it's gonna take. To ship it to Australia, it might cost you an arm and a leg. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, rant over. 2 suitcases, gonna sell one. It certainly was BS. It was. But all is well. I got one, and I'm happy. So, moving on, okay? That's everything. We've recapped everything. Suitcase Fest schedule. It's all on our site if you want to find it. It's going to be a great week because we are heading there on Wednesday night to check in, and we'll be there through Monday. So, really looking forward to a nice vacation. It will cost a hand on the run and 2 legs. It might. Yeah, let's talk about it, Boyan, because obviously you expressed interest first, and I'm going to give you first crack at it, obviously. So let's talk off the air. Much Irish side with, oh God, yeah. And you know what? When you see it, you're so excited, you don't even think about it. You're assuming that somebody's selling something in good faith. And then you get home, and then you're not. No, I'm bringing that. Well, if Boyan and I don't end up coming to an agreement, which I think we will, then I'll be bringing it myself. But I think we will. So yeah, that's that. So having the good of the order established, I'm going to bring on my two friends, Tony and Kyle. Hi, guys.
Hi, Andy. Hi,
Hello.
Kyle.
Hi. Good to see you all.
Hi, everyone.
Andy, I'm happy you're on the mend. I didn't know you were sick.
Oh, yeah, man. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday were not good.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, you were sick too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something's going around.
It's going around, but at least we got it through our systems before the fest, you see. And
I like that attitude.
yeah, we got it out. Yeah. Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining today. Mom Nichols is on. Happy belated birthday to Beatley Tone, who celebrated a birthday this past week.
Whoa, happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank
He's
you.
now 64 years young, and he had a nice spread of all 64 themed things. We saw some lovely pictures that
Aw.
Mrs. Beatley Tone set up and had the whole place decked out with 64 themed stuff. Really nice.
So last night I gigged with my band, and I didn't know. You know how Paul says we've learnt this little thing up.
Yes.
Well, they'd learnt this little thing up, unbeknown to me, when I'm 64, obviously. And so they played it at the gig. I had to drum. I obviously had to drum to it on the hoof because I had no idea. I had no idea they were going to be doing it. But that was a nice surprise. It's been a week of surprises. It's been a good week.
Yeah, and that's a
sweet.
tricky one to drum to. Well, that's a tricky song to drum to, right?
Yeah, I just made it up as I went along. I couldn't remember how it went, but I've heard it enough times to have it kind of in my head.
Oh God. Yeah.
And exactly. Yeah.
So Tony, stand up and show that shirt off.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
black.
that's the black one.
That's the
Oh,
black one.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh,
And,
there you go.
Oh, come over, Kim Moore. You're being blocked by the QR code. Come over.
There you
She's
go.
got the red one.
I can't believe it. They came within 24 hours of ordering.
Wow.
Less than 24 hours they arrived.
Because you're
Only
you're on the payroll.
Only if Universal could
If
figure that
only,
out.
if only. Yeah.
Fantastic, lovely shirts, and you got them so quick.
Yeah, I know. Couldn't
And you
believe
got
it.
the Venus and Mars on release day too. That's the
I
world
did.
record.
I
Yeah.
did. Well, they've PaulMcCartney.com have always been spot on with delivering on release date. So far
In the
So
UK.
I always used
Yeah,
to get
that must be a
stuff-
UK thing.
Yeah, I always used to get stuff from Amazon, and they
Hmm.
let me down with the Revolver box set, and I've never used them since to get it on release day. But
Yeah. But you got and your slip mat, but you're not going to use the slip mat. You're going to just hang it up. You
I'm
say.
just, I mean, I've my record deck. It's got a really good mat on it anyway. I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need it on
Well,
that.
you've got a $1 million turntable, so you don't want to put a crappy slip mat cover over it. I get that. I get it.
Yeah, this will be for your outdoor record players. Something
Yeah,
like
maybe,
that
yeah.
or something.
Maybe I'll put it on this one, or maybe I'll put it on this one.
Maybe because if you put it on that one and you do your videos, you can see it from the background. Then you
Yeah,
see?
yeah. That's not a bad idea, actually.
No,
That's not a bad idea. But
James has got 3 more years to go before he reaches that milestone. All right, well you'll get there.
yeah, I saw your comment, James, on my video. So I thought, oh yeah, it's 3 years younger than me.
Kim
Oh,
wearing the rarest thing I'll
voices.
ever own in terms of Paul merchandise. Did you get one, Kyle? He's asking.
No, peace and love, kind of like Andy said, just not that style is not really for everyone.
Mm-mm.
I mean, Tone looked great on you, bro. But for me, I don't know. I mean, the 300 thing attracted me, but I was just like, I don't know if I want to get something just because it's limited.
Yeah, I don't think that these ones are not limited.
No, they
Okay.
aren't. They're
I don't-
not.
But I, being a ginger person, I can't wear.
Yeah,
I can't wear red, so I had no
It's-
choice.
It
I
would
had no
not.
choice.
the choice was made for you.
Yeah. So I know that Tony will be waiting and watching, as the fest happens this week and looking for
Yeah.
content and panels.
Well,
and I know you'll
the
be
shirt
watching. Yeah.
The shirt I did get was the one you're wearing, Andy.
Oh,
That's coming in the mail tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got you got this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is I think this is the one I'll wear when we do the panel with those
Nice.
guys as well. So that'll be great as well. So yeah, you got to rock that shirt that weekend, Kyle. For sure.
I'll be one day will be two legs, one day will be the V&M shirt. Yeah.
Yes, indeedy. So
Yeah.
how you doing, Kyle?
Life is good. You know, I've been trying to follow some like more modern releases, and I feel like there's a lot of Beatley stuff out there in the air, you know. Like, you know, the Lemon Twigs, just one of them just made a solo record that I feel like is very Beatley. So that's been fun. And I also just went to one of the record stores in Greenwich Village, Generation Records.
Oh, Generation, my old stomping grounds. Many a record bought there.
I found quite an interesting thing that I didn't end up picking up. I found the Flowers in the Dirt like tour promotional like CD thing with like the 3-inch CD, a party.
The World Tour pack. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was unless there was a typo, it was $5.
And you didn't buy it?
I didn't buy it because I was like, what do I need this for?
Because it's $5.
Yeah. I think if I was leaving something, I would have thrown that on. But I had just down the block went to Record Runner and got the Venus and Mars half speed,
right?
Which was like $40. So I was like,
right. But if you got that, you got that Flowers in the Dirt, you could put it on a shelf in your back room there and continue to build your studio look with your stuff. You see,
that's a good point. That's a good use for it.
Tisk, $5 and you walked out of there.
It has been there since January. So if I go back in like a couple of weeks, I have confidence. Well, now that I'm announcing it to all of America and beyond,
it'll be gone.
I'm going in there now. Hang on.
Yeah, booking the flight. Yeah.
Generation Records, 214 Thompson Street, Greenwich, New York City, New York.
Yeah,
I know it pretty well.
Yeah, but I know because you know why I didn't open it, because I was like, I've seen it before. Okay, well, sorry everyone, boo me.
You're taking the piss out of you now for that.
Hey, it's all right. But part of the reason I didn't get it was because I've definitely seen it before, but I've never like opened one or interacted with it.
Yeah.
So I was with my friend and we pretty much like unboxed the whole thing, just like at the record store, looked at every little thing. And then I was like, okay, this is exactly what I'm going to do at home. Like once I buy it, and then it's just going to be on my shelf.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, well, we just did the fun part here in the record store.
I get it.
So I just kept it there. They're hanging onto it for me.
I see a nice little spot above your left shoulder where it could sit right in front of that. Move that plant and you could put it right there.
You don't need plants.
Good point.
Tony, do you have any additions to the World Tour pack in your collection?
No, but it's funny you should say that, because I did see one on eBay and I didn't think I was going to buy it, because it was, just to put it in perspective, Carl, it was £100, right? But I just put it on, watch this item sort of thing, and I got an offer back from the seller for 80 quid, but I don't think I'm gonna go for it. But while I'm just talking, can I just say thank you to everyone who's wished me a happy birthday, and it's really nice of you. Thank you, and
so much love.
And
yes.
Susan Gagnet, I'm really glad you enjoyed my the review video.
Nice thumbnail too, bud. Very nice.
Oh yeah. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Thanks to Carl's education on that. So
I want to go.
I'm trying with those anyway.
Yeah, I'm really happy that this is being talked about, the diminishing returns, because it seems I mean, don't get me wrong, they're definitely one to like start a series and not finish it. That's not beyond them. But like, I just wonder, it's like, how are these going to sound moving forward? Like, is it going to be worth it?
Now,
they feel kind of just like super high quality CDs. Like, I feel like I like the vinyl feel of like my old ones.
Yes, but I got to tell you, man, the Dolby Atmos, I'm telling you, Boyan and I were geeking out for an hour today listening to it. I've heard things that I've never heard on these songs.
How do you access that? Apple Music?
Yeah, which again, most kids use Spotify. It's got I don't know if it's on Spotify too. It should be. If it's on one platform, you would think it would be on the other. But I know Dolby Atmos has usually been an Apple Music thing.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, I know Tony haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but it's so damn good.
Do you listen with headphones?
Yes.
Interesting.
Just here in the office this morning, having my cup of coffee just for like a half hour when I woke up. And I got sent a copy of it and listened to it. I'm like, Jesus, this is amazing.
So it's a download, because I don't see it on Apple Music.
Yeah.
So if you're listening on headphones, then you're still hearing it in stereo.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm because I haven't got Dolby Atmos, but I've got 5.1.
You've got 5.1. But
Yeah.
attached to the TV. So when you play a Dolby Atmos file through 5.1, it kind of downgrades it to 5.1, but you still get the surround sound sort of thing.
yes.
So I'm gonna play it like in back in the house, through the telly and through my.
But even
ADM.
through cans, it sounds amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds like a remix.
Yeah, it has been. It has been remixed for Dolby Atmos, so it should sound different
Yeah,
to what we're
like,
used to. So that's
again, these are things that we geek out about. But like the little throat clear before you gave me the answer. That's gone. You don't hear that.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah, that's gone. And the big controversial thing, as Boyle told us in WhatsApp today, there's a really bass part out of sync on Rock Show towards the reprise. Come on, we're going down. The bass part is totally out of whack. And you listen to it again, it does. Jeff, good comment here. If you have Apple AirPods Pro, they utilize spatial audio and have the real Dolby Atmos, which is something I've only just dipped my toe into the water with because I haven't been an AirPods guy. But when you put those things on and you use noise canceling, that's when you can really hear the difference. So
I was just going to add that too.
Yes.
I can't find if anybody in the comments knows where to buy this or like access this. I'm having some trouble.
It doesn't work. Oh, he's saying it doesn't work on regular. I don't know what I have.
You need the AirPods Pro. They're really.
What the hell is the difference between Pro and regular?
So it's like
money.
No,
spend.
They know their stuff. Apple, the AirPods regular ones are just like the plastic, but then the Pro has kind of like the suction cup little like
I think that's what it has the little suction cuppy thing.
Yeah, and it's like it's like long ways instead of like.
Oh, I have that then. That's the Pro.
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Tony, do you hear anything different? Oh, well, buddy, it literally just got delivered 45 minutes ago, so I don't know yet. I haven't cracked. I haven't broken the seal, as we say here in America, yet.
Yeah. I got the last one at my record store. There was only two.
There was only two left, and this was regular $40, Kyle.
41. Yeah.
41. Yeah. But have you collected all the other half speeds?
Most of them. I got Ram, Red Rose. I've been collecting them like as they come out since Red Rose, but I didn't get McCartney 1 or Wildlife.
And I largely agree with Tony. What he said in his video is that the first bunch of albums, when you listen to the half speed, you can really hear the difference in them then on those McCartney, Ram, Wildlife, and Red Rose Speedway. You really can hear how wonderfully they sound at a half speed mastering, clean, bright, and full, no matter what you're playing it on a hi-fi. When you get to Bend on the Run of Venus and Mars, it doesn't sound as different. It doesn't sound as different because those records were recorded so well. But Tony is saying that he feels a little differently now, right?
Yeah, I the more I play it, the more I like it. To answer sort of Tony's question, so this isn't a remix. It's a it's a half speed master. So you won't. There's not anything been added or nothing been taken away from the from the original master tapes. But what you will notice if you play it on your hi-fi is you may notice that there's a few different placements of instruments in the sound stage, and you might notice that the sound stage is a little bit wider than it was before. So those are the kind of things that you will notice. But it does sound superb. I mean, for me, for having like a brand new copy, and it mine was pressed in Germany, and it's just so quiet.
Yeah.
I said on my video, it's as quiet as a shy mouse at a cat's birthday party. That's how quiet it is.
That's good. But, yeah, I'm excited to listen to it with some cans because living in New York City, there's only so loud I can blast it. But if it's only my ears paying the price, then boy, it's going to 11.
Yeah, Kyle, we'll talk off air, and I'll find a way to get it to you.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just too bad. I mean, half speed Dolby Atmos. It's like, how many different versions can we listen to the same record, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and we're dealing with this in the like cinemaphile world too, that now they have like Dolby Vision and stuff. And I feel like with visuals, it's even harder to tell like the difference between like streaming and, material stuff. But I'm cursed. I can see the difference. So I kind of, feel the need to buy the materials.
So if you're on Spotify it's not on Spotify right now?
Oh, I was checking Apple Music.
And it's not on there either?
No. I'll check Spotify.
I'm guessing on Spotify you probably need premium to get Dolby.
Yeah, I've got
I
it.
don't know,
So Susan lives up in Maine, and Bull Moose is out of here near, and she goes to Bull Moose, and she got hers there too. Bull Moose has always been a rep. I've bought a few things from Bull Moose because they generally are a little cheaper. Sometimes they come in cheaper than Amazon, and they're a very good store. Bull Moose. They've had a lot of good stuff over the years. I don't know if you, Tony or Kyle, have ever ordered from them, but they're good stuff.
It's a chain?
I think it's just one store. Right, Susan.
But you've
tells
ordered
us.
on Discogs or something?
No, well, no. I would buy directly from Bull Moose.
When are you going to Maine?
I'm not. I'm saying I have.
Oh.
Over the years, I have. You go online, you buy it. Like they did a limited edition of McCartney 3, I think, also as well too.
Oh, okay.
Bill, yes. So there was a quad mix. Yeah. Well, there was a quad mix of Venus and Mars too. Yeah, I have, but I haven't heard it in ages. All right, so Brooks, Venus and Mars, Atmos is on Apple Music. Kind of tricky to find. I'm just looking right now. Apple Music, 2014 remaster, the archive collection. And
Yes, you see the same thing as me, Andy.
I don't see it.
Yeah. Like, do we have to... Wait, so it's... Oh, actually, I see. Okay, so Venus and Mars 2014 remaster, it says Dolby Atmos.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a 20, because they're basically using the archive. They're using the archive version, and that's what you've got. Okay.
Downloading that.
Yeah. On Apple Music, you can set it to use only Atmos if it's available and have your AirPod Pros on. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you. So it is available, so I'm sure it's on Spotify as well, too. Okay. So what do you think, guys? You ready to start our next round of our fantasy playlists and unveil what we're going to do today?
Happy to. You know what? It's funny not knowing about Tony's birthday. I feel like when I'm 64. Well, actually, we should introduce it first. Then this will make more sense. But it's oddly timely because, you know.
What are you trying to say, Carl?
No. I feel like because we're gonna talk about granny music today, and I feel like when I'm sick. No, come on.
I knew where he was going with that.
No, but I feel like when I'm 64 is like the archetypal granny song.
Yeah. It actually is. You could kind of use that as a starting point for this playlist. That actually it's a great point.
Yeah. But it's okay. So just to cut the confusion, so it doesn't seem like I'm shaming Tony for his,
for his oldness. Yeah.
For his wisdom. Yeah. So the idea here is part of what I love about Paul, and I think a lot of people share this feeling, is the diversity of his talents and just the range of music that he's able to produce. And so I thought it'd be kind of funny to kind of like how with the Ringo McRitchie playlist, it went Paul Ringo. Yes. Instead, we'll do like a typical granny song to then a typical like hardcore rocker, and just switch back and forth. And you might get whiplash listening to this playlist, but it's all just like awesome music and reminds us of like, how wide his talents are. And it's even more perfect for Tone because it's like, when I'm 64, but also he's in a rock band, so this is like the Tony playlist. He's the 64-year-old rocker.
Yeah. So a granny tune, a rocker tune to come up, and we'll do the usual 14 song. You follow the UK standard, do 14 song. Oh, look at this. We're already getting some ones right out of the gate.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I'm not ready.
The kid's not even ready yet. Give him a second.
I'll have to catch up.
Susan says Bull Moose has 11 stores. Most are in Maine and a few in southern New Hampshire, but they have an online store, which is awesome too. That's the one I was referencing. But yeah, okay. 11 stores. So like a small chain. Okay?
Impressive.
Look at these answers flying in already, hot and heavy. Honey pie, help
have mercy.
And this also kind of ties into the next two-leg show, which I'm not gonna tell anybody about, but it's kind of like this fantasy playlist thing. We're recording it on Monday, and it's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun. We'll tell you next week what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be like this playlist type based thing, and it's gonna be a doozy.
We're addicted to playlists.
Yeah.
So do we feel like we have to do Beatles, or should we incorporate
solo only?
We always like to start there, and it's like if we need to grab from Beatles, but I doubt we will. We never do.
I don't think if you want to call the playlist When I'm 64, I'm fine with that.
Interesting. Okay, well, let's make it first, and the name will reveal itself.
Yeah, let's do that. So you want to bring up the Spotify playlist as we build this, or what do you?
Oh
want
yeah,
do?
let me share my screen. Last time, let me know. Hopefully this worked last time.
Yeah, look at
I
this.
just did a doc first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the doc first to get him going. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love all these. I love all these. This is great.
Perhaps because it's a granny rocker playlist. Maybe we should call it "When I'm 64." Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm 64.
We don't want to say that and put that out there on.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, Blocky Bear. No problem. That's what rewind is for. Oh boy. Yeah. Ooh. You type so damn loud.
I think my mic is really close to my computer, my thing.
Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna try. I really love. I think Paul's got enough rockers and granny stuff in his own catalog to do a 14-song playlist. I really do. Well, Paul did use the F-bomb in Big Boys Bickering. Yes, he did. James Boy says it's obvious, but babies. Oh, we're getting all these good ones in here now. Letting Go and Baby's Request. Honey Pie and Helter Skelter. These will all be in there. Russ's least favorite song on Sgt. Pepper is When I'm 64. Really? What about you, Tony? What's your least favorite song on Pepper?
Good morning.
Kyle?
I've never thought of that, but I would say good morning. It can be a little bit grating. Like I appreciate it, but it's a little bit.
I don't know. For me, it's always going to be within you, without you. I got to be in the right mood.
Really?
To hear that song. Oh God,
I
yeah,
love that. I love it.
I love it, but I sometimes it just I don't need Indian music. I want to hear about the whole thing. It's too long.
Yeah.
But I get it. Let's see. Kyle's got the doc started. Let's go. Can you just zoom in on the text too, so we can
Yes,
see it
sir.
as you build it? If you build it, they will come. Thank you. So we already gotten. This could be a quick one now. Well, let's do it. It's like when you're writing something, right? Let's just throw everything in the kitchen sink and then start to whittle away, right?
Exactly.
Which ones are really the ones we agree on, and then we have the ones where you say, "Oh, you got to keep this one, or it's got your work. It's got to get elbowed," right? Like we've done every week when we've done these things, right? So. Did anybody check out the thumbnail that Kyle made for this little show, Hands Across the Water? I love that with the Band on the Run font, with the passport photos.
Thank you,
Brilliant.
Andy.
Brilliant work. Brilliant work, buddy.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
What about as a rocker? Only Mama Knows.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Got English tea in there.
With the granny music, we could have the whole of Kisses on the bottom.
Yeah.
You could.
Wait, do we have the one from Venus and Mars on here already?
You gave me the answer? Yeah.
Give me the
Oh,
answer.
that was the first one.
First one.
Duh.
First one. Let's see.
Oh, what about do you think that Mary Had a Little Lamb is granny music?
That could go. I would put that on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baby's Request is in there. Soil getting. Rockers are obviously going to be a little easier because there's so many freaking. I think obviously Paul's got a lot more rockers than the granny stuff, but there's enough out there too to do it.
Do you think the one that's like "If You Only Knew"? Please remember.
Yeah. From Memory Almost Full.
No, I thought that was from.
Oh no.
Driving Rain.
Driving Rain. Oh God, now I'm getting old. Indeed, I do. I do. Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would count. Famous Groupies. Oof. They are alike as two peas. Let's see. I'm gonna go to my Maca 101 playlist here and take a look. What would be granny music? Anything off of Back to the Egg other than Baby's Request? Maybe.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like he rarely does more than one in an album.
Right.
Oh, what about that whole solo session in the One Hand Clapping recording?
Oh yeah. Maybe how about I'll Give You a Ring?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But what else does he do in that? Like he does some.
Like the covers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a minute. OHC. And you've got like Let's Love and All of You.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
stuff
all
like
of
that.
you. All of you.
All of You. Yeah. Yeah.
This is gonna be a chaotic playlist.
Yeah. Little Woman Love.
I don't know if Dear Boy's more definitely the rocker here.
Dear Boy.
Yeah, I think we can't like go too much into like
think
just soft song.
I think we need to make a distinction between granny music, which is kind of like, old time pastiche,
Yeah.
and just ballads.
Yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't call Bluebird or I'm Carrying.
No.
Yeah,
Those are
I'm just
ballads.
typing everything I
granny
see.
music.
Those are ballads. Yeah.
I think we're
gonna
looking
take
at things that are like a little bit twee,
Yeah,
that sort of stuff.
Right. I think I'll give you a ring. Checks that box. She's My Baby. I wouldn't call that a rocker or a
it's schmoozy,
yeah.
and we missed Valentine's Day, so we'll have to wait for next year.
Right. Well, again, Kisses. We don't want to have to rely on Kisses on the bottom, but you could if you needed to.
Throw one in there. I mean, what other playlist are we gonna make that has kisses in the bottom in it?
Babyface.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Babyface, right? Yeah. Babyface for sure.
This is awesome. I think that English Tea is definitely going to be in there.
We got an MVP appearance.
Hello.
Thanks for the tea.
Hey,
Hi guys.
hiya.
Thank you. Tea. English tea on a Sunday morning. Afternoon. Why did I think the time changed? You said in WhatsApp, Tony, that the clock.
I know. I got it completely wrong. I'm so sorry to confuse you.
I was going off of what you said. You're like, the clocks go back
Yeah,
this weekend.
I know.
And
I got it completely wrong. It's next weekend. It's next
Okay,
weekend.
that makes sense.
Maybe Junior's Farm.
Oh, definitely rocker, sure.
Yeah.
The ones in yellow.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of bookmarking those as ones that I think are best contenders.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what off the top of your head? And it's funny too. Like you don't. I think the granny stuff was definitely much more of a '70s thing. You didn't see him doing that too much after the '70s, right? I mean, maybe English Tea, fine, because English Tea is the obvious one, right? But how often? I mean, you wouldn't call anything on Flowers in the Dirt or Off the Ground or Flaming Pie granny music, right? Or anything on the albums, really, when you think about them. I mean, nothing on Walking with the Park with Eloise.
I think that's perfect.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Considering it was Jim Mack's composition, so that totally makes sense.
Right. But yeah, I feel like he kind of went in different dirt. Like for his oddball songs, like you have like Uele Soleil, which is obviously not it, but I'm just saying that's like
And again, if we're not including Beatles songs, it's easy. We just want to do that.
Distractions is close, but I don't think.
Oh, Susan Gagne, "Goodnight Princess" for a granny. Good song. Add that one. Thank you.
I need to
Susan.
put that in my cans. What is?
Yeah. Block You Bear says, this next subject you should discuss is a double album of Paul's love songs and put it out on Valentine's Day. Well, he's got a song called Valentine's Day too. So Bad doesn't sound granny either. I'm just trying to catch up on the comments here.
Yeah.
John thought Dear Boy was Paul's granny music. That is true. But I don't know. Would you think
Really?
Dear Boy's granny, Tony? I don't.
No. I think it's brilliant. It's a brilliant song. The harmony arrangements in it are just
Oh my God.
incredible. No, I think
sorry.
I think he was doing a Jeff Slate hot take on that.
Yeah. Referencing episode 274.
Yeah.
Nick says treat her gently. That's more of a ballad though, right, Tony?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I think so.
So I'm counting.
We
Sorry.
need to be looking at music that kind of that's not really pop. It's kind of like a 50s or 40s or 30s sort of pastiche, like Honey Pie, Like You Gave Me the Answer, that sort of thing. I don't think there's that many. I think English Tea is one that's genuine. Baby's Request is one that's genuine.
Well, thankfully, folks, we've got past 7, which was the magic number.
Yvonne's the one. Oh, Kyle's favorite. Yvonne's the one, as he shouted to the man walking out of the Bowery Ballroom. Yvonne's the one. Yvonne's the one.
Yeah, if only it was, on streaming.
Yeah. Okay, Brad, as I listen to Rain Outside, it occurs to me you could make a playlist of just rain and water-related Paul songs. Good idea.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Good idea. So we've gotten 7, which is the magic number.
Yeah.
If we're doing it. Now, do we throw 2 songs as a B-side? As an A-side, B-side?
I'm open-minded, but I don't think that really works as well.
No.
For what's it called? A Spotify playlist.
No. Ballroom dancing is granny music. Yeah,
What? No offense,
Well,
Mike.
yeah, I mean, in so much as it's kind of grannies that go ballroom dancing. Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay, I'm coming around to it. I guess I'm just thinking for
But musically, it's not granny.
It's musically, it's not. Just like, no, James Voice has an interesting comment here. Average person is a granny rocker.
Yeah.
well, if we want to find some hybrids, I think that ballroom dancing and average person both would.
Those
fit
are
that.
nice hybrids, I would say. Yeah, for sure. Russ says exactly, Tone. It talks about it exactly, right? About ballroom dancing, which is a thing, right?
Stand corrected.
Yeah. 27 songs. That didn't take long. Ballroom dancing. Ballroom dancing is swing music.
Mm.
Oh boyo, Suicide. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta get that.
And
in
that's
there.
on One Hand Clapping too. The full thing.
No, it's not.
No.
No. it did
Where does
not
he do
get-
the whole thing?
in the film? In the film, but it did not make it out onto the album last year, which was a sticking point for us. It did not include Suicide.
So we can't do it because it's not on streaming.
Fanabula. It should be.
I think you'll find a version of it on the McCartney one.
It's on.
Mhm.
Yes, it's on.
Yeah.
It is on streaming because it is a bonus track on the McCartney archive. Yes, Tony is 1,001%
Yeah.
right. Yes,
Thank you.
Suicide's got to be on there.
Sweet.
Susan says, great idea, Brad Parnell. It could be all kinds of weather. He does a lot of, a weather Macca playlist. Because, God, between sun and rain, right? There's so much.
Yeah.
I think people in the UK write so much about sun because they never get any, right? So they never see the damn sun.
Yeah, something like that. Mm.
Suicide. If you listen to too much granny music, ooh, James, you're a devil. Matt is like doubling down on ballroom dancing. Wow. Would make a good solid kickoff tune as it's rocking in granny. Take a vote, Sunday Fam chat. Ballroom dancing, yay or nay? Tell us in the comments. Let us know what you think. I'm this way, that way on it. Let us know what you think as we go through it. This didn't take long at all. That's the rain stuff. We'll save the weather one for a future Hands Across the Water. As this is the first installment of it officially, but yeah. Mumbo is a rocker. Let's see. Brad says Angry is another good rocker to slip in there. Plenty of rockers to slip in there. I mean, we lost Kyle.
Oh, now we're in trouble.
Join back in again, but he might have clicked out. He might have clicked his tab out. He can come back.
He was typing too fast. He's hit the wrong button.
He has. Angry is awful. I'll agree with that. Join back in. So Nick says no. Okay. James Boyce says I want to take a tally of the votes here now.
James,
Hold on.
Got
Hold on.
two no's so far.
Ballroom dancing, Big BD. No. So we got try to follow the comments, Tony. Let me know.
Okay.
No. Let's see. We've only got 2 votes so far.
2 votes so far.
He's back now. What happened to you, young whippersnapper? Would you click out too quick? What'd you do?
I don't know. I just suddenly couldn't hear you, and I just restarted my mic and setup.
All right, we're taking votes on ballroom dancing right now. I see 2 no's.
We've got 2 no's and no yeses
and no, yeah, and no. So if we don't hear anything, we're gonna just go with the nose.
Well, I think that the thing is with songs like that is that they'd be good, but it's like when we already have so much to work with that like really fits the theme.
Three notes.
Three no's. Tony says no. Boyo says that might be the first time I've seen angry and good in the same sentence, Brad.
What should I add?
Angry, somebody said.
Okay.
No rockers or granny music on press. No.
My favorite album.
You wouldn't. I mean, what could you call a true rocker on press to play?
No.
Maybe not Stranglehold. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I
something.
think
something
you could
different.
probably call Angry a rocker. I would have thought.
It's trying to be. It's just not one of his best.
I mean, it's not a good song, but it's about as
No.
close as you get to a rocker on that
Susan
album.
said, "Well, you could put this on there too. I think one of Paul's ultimate rockers is Monkberry Moon Delight. I love that song. Got to put it on there.
Wow.
Monkberry. I heard there's a great boot out there called Ram at 50, which I sampled the past week, and there's isolated tracks of Monkberry Moon Delight where you can hear just the vocal, just the guitar,
Wow.
or just the bass for Monkberry Moon Delight. Phenomenal. Just search it up. It's out there. It's so good.
It's so rough that they don't do the same thing as the Lennon Camp and really let us appreciate those.
The elements and how songs came to be. Move over, Busker. Monkberry. Jay seconds. Monkberry. Yeah, I think Monkberry is. Susan. Yeah. Oh, Barb. We got another no for. So far, we've got no yays for ballroom dancing.
I think
Except-
ballroom dancing is out.
Except Matt. So Matt has one yay. So it's 4-1 right now.
Right.
I think it's time to whittle.
We got
Whittle
30
by.
tracks. Oh
Yeah,
Jet. As
Jet.
a rocker.
We forgot Jed. Yeah, we just want. I feel like I want, and when it comes to being selective of the rockers, I want like the grittier, the better. You know, like oh yeah, nod your head is good.
Soily, which is on there. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but this is fun. We're the record label. We're putting
It's
this
getting
together.
close. Boyan's asking, is getting closer on there as a rocker? Is it?
It must.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Try to use obscure rockers. He has plenty. He does.
Be. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 11 Granny songs.
Wow.
Okay, so we need to whittle them down to 7 then, do we?
We
So
do.
should we start whittling down the grannies now?
Let's get to whittling.
All right. Matt's opinion is slipping on the dance floor. Oof. All right. So what say you? Let's get the ballroom dancing thing off the table so we can remove that. It's 4-1, no to yes. Tony and Kyle, how do you vote?
No for me.
I think we have enough great stuff. We don't need it.
Okay. I think it's time. Everyone listen to swing music, break in the middle of ballroom dance. Granny, my dear Two Legs fan. Matt, I love your enthusiasm for that song, but the general consensus is it's a no for this. I totally get what you're saying though, but I think for this it's not going to work. So we're going to go nay on ballroom dancing. So take that out of the list.
I'm gonna stop sharing for a quick second, then share again.
Fine. So glad to see you here. See, the rockers are going to be harder, I think, to whittle down than the granny music. Wouldn't you say, Tone?
Definitely. There's more of them, isn't there?
All right, you all see this? Good.
Hold on. I got to share it. Let me just get a comment here from Lynn. Rinse the Raindrops is a rocker from Press. You mean Driving Rain?
Driving Rain,
Yeah. Yes, we can see the playlist and we can see the doc.
Okay.
Oh, woman, oh, why? I mean, they just
They keep coming.
As they used to say on CBS FM, and the hits just keep on coming.
We could do like a triple album of just his rockers, but
You could. We'll say
we're
that.
trying to. This is the yin and yang of McCartney.
Right, and the idea is to have Granny, Rocker, Granny, Rocker, Granny, Rocker. Kind of a bit like Double Fantasy, John and Yoko, John and Yoko, John and Yoko. Although
That's so funny.
I would have preferred that record if all John's songs were on one side and Yoko's were on the other, but that's
Tell me about
that's
it.
a topic for a different day.
Yeah.
Although her music on that album is the most enjoyable stuff. I would listen to her stuff. I do like
Yeah, I
her
agree.
material on Double Fantasy, but that's about it. That's about all I can do.
Especially on side one. Side one, all her songs on side one are really good.
Yeah, except for that Kiss Kiss Kiss, which gets a little bit too much.
So, what do you think of what should lead off that? Do we want to kick it off? I guess if we kick it off with a granny, it'll end with a rocker, or vice versa.
I think you start with a you start with a rocker and you end with a granny. Yeah.
Yeah. Tony, what do you think? I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with it as well. I've just
Mhm.
I've got another contender
Go.
Okay.
for granny music. I don't know. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure if I'm just talking nonsense here. But what about I Lost My Little Girl?
That's more of like a 50s rock imitation.
Yeah, I know what you're
Isn't
saying.
that what it is? It's kind of like pastiche type thing. Like I don't know. I'm not bothered. I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Heart was in a whirl. That's when
I'll put it down.
Lost my little girl. Yeah. All right.
I'm with you. If you want that to be your ace in the hole, I won't veto that.
Yeah. Once Upon a Long Ago is Granny-ish.
Oh no,
No.
no,
No, it's not.
it's too good for Granny.
Absolutely.
So, want to start at this with Soily? Is that crazy?
So well, yeah, let's open up with a rocker. So some yeah, what do you want? What's your choice to open up with, Tony? Well, shouldn't we whittle it down first and then make the playlist?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we should. Yeah.
Let's
we
get that
should get
thing.
our 14 and then get the running.
Let's
order.
get the 14 and then get the running order, right? So let's go
Sure.
through and just go yay or nay and then have a
Yeah,
hard stop.
just cut some stuff. Okay.
Yes.
So you gave me the answers in
In.
girls' school.
In. Well, everybody take their turn.
No objection there. I think that's not controversial. Letting Go. I feel like that's just a little overplayed. Like it's going to be in every so many playlists. And I feel like it's kind of, I don't know. It's more of like anthemic than like a strong rocker. What do you think, Tony?
I mean, I love it. I love
Mhm.
it. But maybe we want to try and make this playlist a little bit unique and have songs that might not make any other playlists that we do.
Right.
So we got to let it go.
Let it go.
Let it
Sidebar as we're doing this.
Yeah.
How good was the Venus and Mars rock show video drop that dropped on Friday? Wasn't it amazing quality? Wasn't that
It
fantastic?
was really good.
Yeah.
I was really good, but I was just gutted when it ended.
No, it just fades
Yeah.
out. It
Yeah.
fades out and there's no
I know.
Jet. Where was Jet?
Well, that's
Man.
what makes me wonder if, remember when we did our predictions, I was talking about a theatrical rock show release. I wonder if this is kind of, I could read it both ways. They're like, we don't need to do that. We can just put it on YouTube. Or they're like, hey, we're putting it on YouTube.
I don't
We're
know,
gonna do
but
that.
they have cleaned these performances up so damn good. I am just
Yeah.
hoping it's a teaser for like a concert film release of the whole thing. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
please, somebody solve the question. Is it Australia or is it London? I think it's Australia.
I don't know. I can't, it's really difficult to tell because you can't see any audience in it, can you?
No.
Yeah.
You could tell the difference between an Australian and a Brit just by
100%.
looking at them.
All the Australians will have those hats with the corks hanging down, wouldn't they, boy?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is. Let's get
all,
some.
all the Brits will have like hankies on their heads tied in the
Bit song. Has anything from your other list been repeated here?
Oh, great question.
Probably, yeah. I would think if we, like going back to the last two that we did, Mick Ritchie and what was the other one we did?
Paul in the Heart of the Country.
Yeah. No, I don't. Well, it's because the country was much more countryfied. I don't think so. No.
It's a different genre entirely.
Different, totally. Yeah, we didn't repeat anything. No.
McRitchie's possible something. No.
We did not. Ballroom dancing's on that one there, Matt. So I know you watched that one. So there you go.
That's retroactively for you.
It is. Let me just catch up on some comments here.
Yeah.
Brad, is anybody else thinking of Hell's Grannies from Monty Python? This whole thing has them popping in my head. Susan, is this a single or a double album playlist a la Hot Hits and Cold Cuts? I think we would call it single, right? Right? We got some more there. Somebody said 1985.
Oh, that's a good rocker.
Good rock. James Boy says he loves Letting Go, but it needs to go. I think Christian said this earlier. I Want You to Fly, or somebody said I Want You to Fly, but I
have it.
Oh, you do? Yeah, that one. I don't think that one should make it. I don't
Okay.
know. What say you? What say the committee?
No.
Yeah.
Even though you want to get a good spread, you want to still make it a really good playlist. So you want like the best songs, right?
Right. James, hi James. I made playlist of Beatles B-sides, acoustic numbers, and cover versions. Fun putting them together. They are. This is why we like doing this. Certainly is. I was even at work at 12 o'clock, and I went, pause, I got to watch something.
Study hall for the next 5 minutes.
Oh, well, actually, that's what I was doing, which was fine.
Oh.
It looks like the UK tour. All right, so James says it looks like the UK tour. Okay. Man, I would just love to get a complete video performance because back then, these concert films were shot the way you want to see them, with the focus on the band and not people with the sign and the man crying and everything else.
What if you're the man crying in the front row of the Bowery?
I don't want to see it then
You don't want to see it.
because I was. Oh, okay. So whittling down.
Oh, I was trying to organize while we were vamping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I wonder if we're gonna get teased with another video drop next week. We'll see.
Or I wonder if the campaign's over because it's out now.
Maybe, I don't know. Again, we're just riding. We're riding everything on that more wings in 2025 stuff.
Yeah. I'm just wondering whether we're being teased and we're we're putting 2 and 2 together and making 5 about there being an Australian or UK 75 tour video coming out because the reason why Jet wasn't included in that video is because it's not on Venus and Mars, and the Letting Go and Rock Show have been put out to promote the Half Speed Master of Venus and Mars, and I think it's more focused on that. I noticed that on Andrew Dixon made a video yesterday, and he also thinks that the teasing of this is because there's going to be a Blu-ray or something coming out of the 75 part leg of the tour.
Ooh.
But I think that this is more to do with promoting Venus and Mars.
Probably because, as we know, the tour opened up on I think September of '75. The first show was at the Galamont Cinema in Southampton, which was the first the first night of the tour. So maybe they're focusing on that. That would be fantastic because it's been a minute, to get something that's so that's really what we want. We don't need, although we would welcome if we got a live video from Got Back that was released. I'm sure we would like that, but we want this is what we want. So great.
Yeah, it's so hard to get in their heads.
Yeah. Nick says, "Lost My Girl" doesn't fit. Well, we'll see when we get to it.
I'm happy to let it go. I'm not precious about it at all.
James asked, Hell's Grannies, love that sketch. Is Big Barn Bed or Getting Closer on your list? Getting Closer is, but not Big Barn Bed.
No.
We want to add Big Barn Bed?
Is a rocker?
I don't think it's a rocker or granny music.
No, it's like a rockabilly type song.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it's great, but
yeah, the 75 tour was very different from Wings Over America tour, so it should come out as a proper concert film. 100% agree. Block You Bear says, "Oh, come on, James. Once Upon a Long Ago isn't granny music. A ballad, yes, but granny music, no, it's not." Spin It On is on there, Nick. Unless we elbowed it.
No,
yeah, Spin It On is on there. Yes. All right. So where are we at now? We've got.
So what do you want to whittle first? Granny music is in highlight or rockers at below?
Let's whittle granny. Yeah.
Yeah, let's whittle granny. All right, go ahead.
All right. So Lost is out.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tony.
That's all right.
Okay. I think Goodnight Princess is that's got to be in.
Suicide should definitely be in because it was written for Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
So that's the epitome of granny music. So that should definitely be in.
Suicide.
I'll take out I Do. I think that now that there's so many more that really fit it.
That could go. I think we're good with that. Suicide definitely in there. You gave me the answer. Definitely in there. Baby's Request definitely in there. I mean, if you guys disagree, please chime in.
Mary Had is another one
that can go.
Hit. Yeah. Oh, we're getting close. I'll give you a Ring. It's kind of on the fence.
I think I'll give you a Ring. That's the one that's got to stay for me.
Okay. Tony,
I'm happy for it to stay.
Okay, well, let's see what it comes down to because I always go for if we can do some diversity of age and keep or not age, but like where he is in his career.
Right.
But with English Tea, so that's kind of I want to keep that in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, no objections.
No, Tony.
No.
Wow, this is great. We're rich with granny music.
Good night.
We've got
I think is a nailed on one, isn't it? That needs to stay, doesn't it?
What's
Yeah.
that, Tony?
Good Night, Princess.
I think that would have to stay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Walking in the
Bye,
Park?
Tony. Bye, Tony. Have a good one.
Thanks, Tony.
Bye.
Yeah.
Is Walking in the Park? I feel like that fits so well, and I feel like it's like, especially reading about it with the new.
That's gotta
release,
stay.
man.
Yeah.
So I think we're
Something's
looking
gotta
at. I
go.
think we're looking at now, really, Babyface and all of you.
Yeah.
All
Well,
of you would be my vote to go, but
Mhm.
I'm not bothered. But
But if we need 7 tracks, yeah. So
Yeah, we need 7 tracks.
I think, and he didn't write those 2 songs, so you know,
Oh,
you could also
okay.
he didn't write those are covers.
True. And the rest of these are original.
Yes.
yeah.
Well, just for that sake, I guess that's a good reason
Gone.
to get rid of them. All right. Well, that was kind of easy, but still challenging.
Matt says, "Can we talk about the elephant in the room and all agree that granny music is cool?" Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
We lovingly call it granny music just because
Yeah.
we're reclaiming it.
Yeah. There's a reason why I think you gave me the answer is one of the most played songs in my music library.
Yeah. And I think
Is it really?
Oh my God. Yeah. I probably haven't listened to it 500 times.
I think it's one of these things that that you kind of mellow to it as you get older. Because back when you're younger, when you're Carl's age, for example,
For
you're probably
example.
a bit more of a pop snob about what you find acceptable and what you don't. When you get older, you kind of right, bagpipes, not bad.
There comes a time in every man's life.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm with it.
Yeah. Huh. Disagree, Tone. Never mellow to it as I get older. Interesting.
Oh.
Wow.
So you think we'll kick out Angry?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I think
It's
we were.
not-
I think I
not
just
gonna
threw that
make-
on by mistake. We were talking about rockers and press to
What-
play.
So what we're talking about now is the top 7 rockers in that list.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is gonna be, and then once we've whittled it down, then we've got to get the play order. We've got to get the
Yeah.
running order. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got our work to cut out for us here, gents.
So we got 17, and I'm sure we'll probably add more as we knock some out.
Right.
But like I said, I want gritty rockers for this, for the
Yeah.
I have no-
contrast.
yes, that's what they gritty rockers. So
Mhm.
I did it. Dear boy, he's not a gritty rocker.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
You know what actually would remind me, what Dear Boy makes me think of? Maybe a future playlist idea is like best harmonies.
Yeah. That would be a great one. One
Yeah.
thing that I think we should also showcase here too with these rockers, you want to show Paul's dirty side. Like he always likes to just try to be like to show that he's the bad boy and like talk about taboo subjects like in girls' school and things like that.
Like the
right?
body
So-
gun.
Right,
Body
and
gun.
high. You want that gritty, dirty, kind of sexy feel.
Yeah.
You need those kind of songs in here if you want to have the yin and yang of like the granny music and then the dirty, gritty rockers, right? And I
Mhm.
think that's the challenge.
You know, I won't say too much about this, Andy, but you just reminded me of our Venus and Mars listening party, which
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't get the chance to discuss that on the live yet, but that was
We
so
did
much
not.
fun.
We did not. We had a wonderful time on Tuesday night of this week. Beatley, Tone there, Kyle, everybody that's on our Patreon. We were on Discord. And as Tony said, well, it took us 2.5 hours to listen to a 40-minute album because we paused after each track and we dished on it and then went into it. And that was a ball of fun. And we will do that again next month.
And you know what? To be honest, when I was listening to the Venus and Mars like half speed, you know, I was enjoying it with my lovely fiance Phoebe, but I was like, you know what? This was kind of more fun listening to it with the Patreon people. You know, even though I was enjoying the half speed nature of it all, I was like, you know, something's missing here. Company, you know.
Yeah. But now,
so-
well,
I thought it was fantastic. There was about 12 of us on, wasn't there? And
Yeah.
it was really, really good. And I can't imagine, because I think this is a thing that's going to grow as the Patreon grows. You're going to get more. You know, next time you do a listening party, no matter what album it is, I think you're going to get more people. And to think that it took us 2.5 hours to get through a 40-minute album.
Yeah.
Don't ever do Driving Rain. Or
Oh.
we'll be there all night. We'll be
Oh,
there.
no.
Wings over America.
Honestly, when we do them again, we're gonna have to do them earlier in the night or in the
Yeah.
day. I don't think we started it until 8 or 8:30, and Tony ended up staying up till almost 3 a.m. to get it finished. So when we do it again, maybe
Yeah.
we do it on a weekend and we can do it at a more reasonable time of like, I don't know, say 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern time, which is
Yeah.
only midnight for Tony, which
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
used to staying up so late anyway.
We'll figure it out. But if anybody has any hesitation or, it was just so much fun. It's like, there's nothing like, this is what the community is all about. There's nothing like it.
Right. Going on.
Like-
Christian says Angry is one of the worst songs I've ever heard by Paul. Agree. That's why we elbowed it.
Yeah.
Nod Your Head is one of them as well, I think.
Meaning
Really?
what, Tony? That's
Yeah.
got to go?
I can't bear it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. James, and that's totally fine. This is just, that's why our show is still going to be our show. We've taken it to it. We've extended it to another thing, but that's fine. Our content is always going to be our content. Shows will always be up, but we've expanded the show to include this community with an app like that and share things on it. So that's where we're at with the show. But no problem. We're not going anywhere. Oh, and our show will always be free.
If anything, we're going more places still free.
Right. Nick said cut me some slack. Well, I wouldn't add that one.
It's not a top 7 rocker, is it? It's
No,
good.
we're talking about the dirtiest. They're good track, but if we're the dirtiest rocking Paul songs, that ain't up there.
Wait, so okay, let's look at this list and just say like, what are our must-haves? Let's start there.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. In.
Yep.
Okay.
Live version.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, live version from Wings Over America.
Yeah.
I feel like Spin It On.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Let's go in the order that you have the songs
Oh, okay,
typed out.
sure. All right. Junior's Farm, In or Out.
So we want dirty type stuff, right? But dirty, rockier,
I
heavier
feel like
stuff.
the whatever, not like the reprise, but kind of like after the fake ending when he, I feel like that's kind of dirty, but
Okay.
Yeah. we can come back to it.
Junior's Farm, yeah, got to be in there.
Okay. Smile Away. I feel like Smile Away and Monkberry. Let's choose one to not over
Monkberry
Monkberry.
gets my vote.
Monkberry's in.
It gets my vote.
Okay.
If
Good
it's
with
one of those two, then that's my
Yeah.
vote.
Yep. Smile Away out.
Okay. 1985. I feel like that's got to be in.
We've got to get this down to 7.
Yeah. We're only on
This is tough. And we've got Girls' School and Soily sitting in there.
Yeah, I'd say Jet's out. Let's kick out Jet.
Oh, you want to take Jet out?
I love it. I'm just saying, like, look at the competition here.
I know.
It's just not what we're going for.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
Yeah.
Girls' School and Soily are in. I think.
The Girls' School and Soily have to be in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we have nothing past like 1977.
Because if we're thinking about it, I mean, like Big Boys Bickering. That's not gritty. That's a folky acoustic political song. I mean, I know you always want to show the Paul over the decades. That's kind of one of your things that you like doing, Kyle. But we have to think about there are some like I think. I mean, if what else could we include, say, from albums in the last 25 years, Tony? Like you just did the video on your top 20.
Sorry, what was that? I was just
what else would you like, from the last 20 years of Paul's catalog, what off the top of your head would you classify in this category if we're trying to get newer stuff in there?
As a rocker.
As a rocker, say from the last 20 years, that's up to this standard of grittiness.
Well, kind of one that I think is gritty that's not on this list, probably because it's too long and maybe not a lot of people like it, but I love it, is Rinse the Raindrops.
I was just thinking that too.
That's one of his, his real thumpers. But I think from stuff that people probably do like, maybe one of the strongest rockers, Only Mama Knows, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's here. I feel like as long as if we have like one 21st century representative,
I mean,
I'm happy.
There's someone new that are great. I Can Bet, Save Us, everybody out there. They're all good rockers, I think.
Right, and I think it's good to try to showcase Paul's, growth over the decades and where he can rock out. Lynn says yes to Rinse the Raindrops, but we've got to get it down to 7. So this becomes really, really like very competitive to try to get 7 tracks in there that overcross the decades.
So you probably not strong enough to make this list. I would
Okay.
think.
No. But neither would Beware My Love, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the sirens going. Somebody.
Oh yeah, again. Sorry.
There's the sirens going.
Yeah, playlist is too hot.
Far You's got to go, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did they get on there?
I don't know. You typed it. Did you just sneak it in when we weren't looking?
Probably did because he knows I hate it.
Can you imagine just after all these grannies and rockers, it just ends with there's like it's like that secret track on new just
Yeah, scared. Beware My Love live. There's a good argument for that song. Damn.
Yeah, there is, really is, especially because he's using that throaty voice.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh
the
man.
the Monkberry Moon Delight voice,
Yes.
the Oh
Yeah.
Darling voice.
Mhm. That's what we're going for.
Yes. The Oh Darling voice. Great analogy, Tony.
Yeah.
Damn. I think you.
Oh, what about Morse Moose?
Not really a rocker though. It's rocks in places, but that is that the epitome of a granny rocker? Because you've got like the sea shanty.
Yes.
And you've
Oh,
got the rocket. Oh,
Yeah.
are
That is.
are we making it harder for ourselves here?
Well, maybe I don't know. You got you got the sea shanty bit, and then the thumping bass bit that opens up the song, going through the whole thing. More Moose in the Grave. That could be that's the hidden track. That's the hidden track.
Okay.
That's the hidden track on the playlist.
Yeah.
That totally. That's the bonus track
So
on this
actually,
playlist.
look at what we've got. We've got 6 songs we've greenlit.
Right, and ugh. Soily, Girls School, High are like you can't not have them.
They're nailed on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think maybe not such a bad boy. It's a good song.
Oh, yeah,
but is it top 7 rocker?
No.
No, it's not.
I think so. Girls' School is like, remind me, is that with the the Juber Back to the Egg band?
No.
With English and McCullough.
Jimmy. Yeah,
Because I feel like we need something from the Juber era, like whether it's Spinning On or Getting Closer.
I think "Spin It On" would work if you want to represent that period of Wings. Then that song becomes "Spin It On." But
Tony, what do you say?
oh, Brad makes a good point here, and I think you're not going to like it, but I think I kind of agree with him.
What?
1985 is great, but it's slow in parts, not top 7 rocker. I think he's right.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's
Okay.
a fantastic rocker in parts, but it does slow down, and the organ comes in, and then the piano, and plus it's a piano-based song. Yes, towards the end is he rocking out, and he's especially on one hand clapping, he's got the mic and he's singing.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think, based on our definition of what we're defining it can't stay.
I'm not going to argue it because we literally have like 7 songs already. We're trying so hard to, be selective. So
To Spin It On for me. I know that you want to.
James Boyce. Tony and I saw "Spin It On" live, so it should be in.
Yeah, well, you say that, James. I know. I know what you're saying. But for me, I think it's there just to represent that lineup of the band. Am I right, Kyle? Is it there?
it's not like
Is it like a top 7 rocker? I mean, it's a good song, but it's not great.
Right. I mean, Kyle, your approach is like you want to represent all periods of Paul's career to make this list, but that doesn't really quantify if you're trying to define what the top rockers are.
Listen. For me, that's like a back of the mind thing. Like, if we can do that, great. Because again, I just think that's something so impressive about our boy. But if quality first, I'm with that.
Right.
However, in Spin It On's defense, I think it's kind of like, even if it's not we're not making a list of the 7 best rockers, right? Like, we're making a list of kind of that whiplash of the back and forth, So that's my defense of it, but I'm not gonna die on this hill.
I get it. "Spin It On" works for me, but the video does make you dizzy. But they're in the bomber jackets and the airplane hangar. Oh God, yeah. Oh, Harry says, "Old Siam, sir." Back to the Egg. You know what? Matt makes a good point, though. There are a lot of rockers on Back to the Egg, but are they better and stronger than the other songs we have highlighted? That's the problem.
No.
But I don't. Yeah, I mean, quality is obviously like the most important thing. But I'm still just like, this isn't a best rockers list. It's a granny rockers list.
It's a it's obviously it's really subjective, and there are a lot of rockers on Back to the Egg, but personally, and I know loads of people don't agree with me on this because lots of people love Back to the Egg, but for me, Back to the Egg is one of the weakest Wings albums for me.
Wow.
I think only probably Wildlife is poorer than that. I don't think there's that many outstanding songs on that album, but it's just me. It's just me, and especially as I've seen, a lot of those songs being played live. It disappoints me to say that, but I just love the other albums more.
Yeah.
I think At the Speed of Sound is a little bit okay.
I'll be right back.
I think that At the Speed of Sound only would fall below that only because, like, sure, it has some all-time hits on it, but I just think that the whole Democracy thing, not really, it is, I appreciate it, but it just weighs it down.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying, Carl. But obviously you've got the two hit singles, and then when you get to the Democracy thing, like Note You Never Wrote, sung by Denny but written by Paul. I really love that song. I've always really loved that song. Beware My Love is a great rocker. I really like Wino Junko. I really like Denny's song Time to Hide, and I really like Warm and Beautiful, and Must Do Something About It is not bad. There's a few.
I love She's My Baby. I think Warm My Beautiful is kind of one of his weakest ballads, but I love She's My Baby.
See, I think it's a really good ballad, but it's everything is so subjective, and people can argue till they're blue in the face, and there's no right and there's no wrong answers.
Right.
It's just everyone's opinion, and that's what makes this stuff interesting.
Exactly.
To talk about.
And I try and not be too declarative with my opinions, because it's like, talk to me in a year when At the Speed of Sound is just perfectly is I'm ready for it. That's what happens with so many albums. It's just about timing and in a way that I can't understand. But
see, Brad says, Back to the Egg is his second favorite after Red Rose Speedway. So everyone, everyone's got fairly strong opinions about what are their favorite albums and stuff.
And I also subscribe to one of my favorite things Ken Michaels has said is they all range from good to amazing or something like that. The worst Wings album is still I'd prefer it over a lot of these, or I would still throw it on a Sunday and enjoy it, but so do you want to anything else you think we should you know what we did last time? Let's find an album cover.
Oh, okay.
Paul, what do we think? What should we type in as oh wait, that was a funny picture. Wait, where did it go? That's kind of a funny one. Just take away.
That's quite a good one.
Yeah. This one. What are with these weird paparazzi pictures of just it's yes, I am Paul McCartney.
I'm back.
You've got with the takeaway and without the takeaway.
Yeah. Andy, we're trying to decide on an album cover.
You whittled it down?
No, we're waiting for you.
We wouldn't whittle without you, mate.
Yeah, we can't whittle without you.
All right. Sorry about that. With two people on the show, that gives me a chance to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Why are there so many pictures of him with plastic bags? Is this a thing?
I don't know.
That's another one. He's going to a birthday party. He's got some wrapping paper.
He's joined the Plastic Ono bag band.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Let me just catch up on some comments here. The tea.
Did you put some in it?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. Hi again.
This is he's super cool in this one.
Nice shirt.
Let me catch up here on comments here. People were surprised by Tony's comments about Back to the Egg. Oh.
I mean, one's got to fall to your least favorite. Oh, this one's so cool.
Something's got to be your least favorite.
Is he wearing James Bond bathing suit here or something?
I don't know what he's
wearing. I don't know.
wait.
Yeah.
Enhance.
The live "Beware My Love" is killer. Yeah, I agree.
I still miss Lennon. What is that?
That's not real. That's not a real.
That's
not
That's,
real.
that's
would
not a
never.
real photo.
Shame.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Fugazi.
that's a good one. That's
Wait,
a
this
good
one?
Oh yes,
Give it a finger.
that's a real photo.
That... Oh my
Yes.
god.
Let's have that.
That's a good one. Speed of Sound and Wildlife are my least favorite Played Wings albums. I think Back to the Egg sound and feel help it, even if the songs aren't Paul's best set. Fair.
Okay. Yeah.
Lynn, we want that strong contrast between the twee and the gritty. Yes.
Okay. Right. Let's get back to that list then.
Okay, yes, sir. No, where'd it go?
Yes.
Oh, it's cropped weird. Okay, we'll fix that later.
For
Okay.
the album cover, Andy would appreciate one of Paul sitting in the chair, sort of twee. All right,
Oh, yeah?
let's keep going.
Okay. Sorry, I'm very obsessed with these.
Clearly, a little
Sorry.
too much.
Okay. Yeah, so we have seven. We don't have seven.
We've got six.
Six.
I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, now the 6 that are highlighted, like totally in agreement. Monkberry, High Live, Junior's Farm, Soily, Girls School, and Only Mama Knows. Like those, do we all agree on those? All 3 of us?
I do. Does any? Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Mhm,
Anyone
yeah.
in the audience not agree with any of those 6? Speak now.
See, but Rinse the Raindrops is a freaking rocker. To Tony's point, like I get it.
It is.
I would love to have that in there if you guys were willing. I mean, these others are great, but I feel like of the 5 that are left, Rinse the Raindrops is.
That's the grittiest of the ones
Yeah.
that are left.
Very true.
Totally.
And if we're going to use the word gritty,
Yeah.
as much as I don't want to, I mean, Monkberry Moon Delight is gritty, but it's a nonsense song, right? Like I'm just trying to think.
Well, why are you trying to kick those out?
I'm not. I'm just trying to make the case for Rinse the Raindrops.
Oh, okay.
And I still think that Beware My Love live needs to be in there because that is gritty. That is the grittiest live 76
Yeah.
Paul, like as Tony said, oh darling type.
Yeah.
What live album is that on?
Wings Over America.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, of course.
And what song? We were going to keep Morris Moose as the bonus track, right? So that's fine. James says his Rinse too long. Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, for a playlist when you're trying, for kind of this purpose, it's a little bit.
Tony and Kyle, would you take "Beware My Love" live over Only Mama Knows?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, you guys are breaking my heart. But but you know what? I've said this before. This is what makes it fun because we're a unit trying to make.
Wait,
'cause,
no.
you know,
Actually,
what?
no. Hold that. What if
What?
we did keep Only Mama Knows
Mm-hmm.
and elbow Monkberry and then this way Only Mama Knows and Beware My Love are both in there. I would hate to see Monkberry go, but Beware My Love live is grittier than Monkberry Moon Delight.
I would take out Girl School sooner than Monkberry.
No way.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
We could save Monkberry for our playlist about having pianos on our noses.
Oh yeah, we did discuss that one. We flipped a coin and decided to do this one instead. Yeah.
So Nick says
Wow.
keep Monkberry, drop Rinse. Oof.
Well, yeah, Rinse isn't in, but
Lynn says drop Monkberry and put in Beware My Love.
Yeah.
yeah, I can't see the comments. So you guys have a leg up on me.
I'm highlighting them.
I can't see the screen at all.
Oh, you can't see it. Yeah, gotta leave Girls School in there.
Yeah.
James Boyce, I could rinse my underwear quicker than that song finishes.
Only on a good day.
I love Rinse the Raindrops, but I just think it's too long for an album.
I mean, we've already nixed it.
I know. So I don't know. There's 7 songs.
We've got 7. We've got 7. Do any of those from number 8 to 12? Is there a last shout for any of those?
I think Monkberry is stronger than all the ones that are not highlighted.
Yeah. Wait, why did you want to take out Monkberry again? For Rinse the Raindrops?
No, for Beware My Love.
It's already in there though. Which
Right.
one were we?
No. Yeah. I guess Rinse the Raindrops, maybe. Yeah.
I don't remember.
So wait a minute. We've got 7 in there with Monkberry.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So I don't
then-
remember what we were worried about.
Yeah, me either. So Monkberry's still in there. Girls' School, Mama, and Only Mama. Wait, what the hell did we elbow? Can't remember now.
No, I think that was what I was just.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
I mean, in the
that's it.
comments, let us know if we're
Yeah.
totally.
I think
missing
yeah,
something.
I think we're done. You've got a modern song with Only Mama Knows is great.
Some live cuts.
Yep. And I think there's the 7. I think we're good.
Nothing from the 80s or 90s,
No.
but so that's just so funny. You guys don't think he had a single worthwhile rocker?
No, we're not saying he didn't have any worthwhile rockers. He just didn't have any that made the top 7.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, if we're making a 14 song album with one bonus track,
Yeah.
you're gonna pick the and in the 70s for the most part is where he was still
Yeah.
smoking. He had the throaty voice like you can
Yeah.
hear on all those tracks on Wings Over America. He's just smoking, cooking, and you hear it. You hear it in those songs live. So
Yeah, I'm with you.
and Monkberry Moondelight is such a crazy song with his vocals all over the place. It's got to be in there. Oh
Yeah,
no.
Wait, we already used that in other playlists.
We did.
Which, and that one fits so well in the Paul McCountry playlist.
It does.
It's crazy.
Bit
Okay.
Song 100 said, I just heard an unofficial version of Girls' School recently. Yes, that you're talking about the Jeff Emmerich tapes, and yes, I have heard it.
Yeah.
James Byers thought In the World Tonight could work. Matt says, are your playlists being posted to Apple Music or Spotify? They are being posted to Spotify. And if so, how might we search them? Kyle, would you care to answer that?
We are, so this is like one of our ways of giving back to people that support the show, that this is handmade, ready to go for you if you are a Patreon subscriber. I know that so that's, but I hope that still follow along, and if you want to listen to it, it's it's just a Spotify playlist.
Yes. Let's see, Long Leather Coat. Well, now they're talking about songs from the 80s and 90s that would be rockers, right? But they are, as Tony said, they're rockers, but they're not going to be in the top 7. That's just the fact.
Yeah, I mean something like Looking for Changes is a great rocker, but it's not. It's not. It's probably not even top 20.
No.
Overall. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's a little
So now-
softer.
Now we have to start getting the running order going.
Yeah, I'm just throwing everything in there while
That's
you guys
fine.
are talking. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great, and with Morse Moose and the Grey Goose as the hidden track, and I think that was a great description of that song because you get a little both. You get a little
A little
tweeness,
bit of both, yeah.
you get a little bit of tweeness, and you get a little bit of rockiness.
Oh crap! I just put in the wrong playlist.
Yeah, I'm glad that I'm very happy. I think most of us are happy with these 14 tracks. I mean, because they really represent everything. Walking in the Park with Eloise, Goodnight Princess. Well, we can then. So if we open it up with a rocker, it's got to close with a granny, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, hi live. Here we go. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And soil. Make sure you get that Soily live because that one live is on Wings Over America is a boiler, pot boiler, as George Martin used to say.
Just type in.
Oh, so okay. This is a message from a friend of mine who just messaged me. Went into my Apple Music, and the following Macca albums are in Dolby Atmos: McCartney 2, McCartney 3, The Backyard EP, One Hand Clapping, Venus and Mars, Band on the Run, and Red Rose Speedway are all available in Dolby Atmos.
Okay.
Good to know.
I didn't know that.
Nope.
And have they all been remixed? I guess they must have been for Dolby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony, do you have AirPod Pros? Do you listen to music that way or no?
I don't know. I've got some Shure headphones. I don't have AirPod Pros, but I think Kim has. I think hers are Pro.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
For sure.
They're so worth it. I resisted it for so long, but I'm happy I got them.
And let's listen. I like these for the ones I kind of prefer, but then traveling over the summer and going to Italy and walking around and having those portable things, man, they're fantastic, and they really block out the sound. If you enable the noise canceling, you can't hear a thing. It's crazy.
And you can't, it cancels out most things on the New York City subway.
And that's
Most
no,
things,
That's small,
but-
you know. Next stop, Prospect Park. Ding, ding. Doors close.
Yeah.
Christopher Hahn, Tomorrow. Would Tomorrow count as a granny song? That's an interesting choice.
No, I mean it's not pastiche enough, but I love that song.
Mm-hmm. James.
okay, so yeah.
While I really don't care for Monkberry personally, I totally agree about the dirty vocals, possibly his grittiest ever. Yeah, for sure. Okay, you got them all worked up there, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to zoom in so we can
You want me to
zoom in to zoom out, as Ringo said.
True. Well, now that you're quoting Ringo, now I'm listening.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay, we're starting with the rocker. Here's our rockers at the bottom.
All right. So what do you guys think should go first?
I think Soily. Sorry. What do you think, Tony?
Well, I thought Russ right at the top of the show said that it should start with Soily and end with Suicide, which covers our, starting with the rocker, ending with the granny. I think that's a great shout.
That's a great shout.
Yeah.
Soily to open it. Agree.
Soily
Okay.
to open it, Suicide to end it.
It's gonna be so fun to listen to. I'm so excited. It's so chaotic.
All right.
Yeah.
So now we need a granny for track 2. Ooh.
I'll give you a ring.
Yeah,
Soily.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you a ring.
And I think that Walking in the Park might want to close side 1 as an instrumental.
Or actually, here's the thing. I know we said we want to close it with Suicide, but the problem is with Goodnight Princess, the track opens up with Paul talking. Well, that's it. Thank you for joining us. And like it's like an ending track.
Ah, right.
It's built into that. When you listen to that track, listen to it. Paul says, "Oh, well, that's it. Thank you for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed blah 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 blah." Like
So let's close side 1 with Suicide.
that might work better. Yeah.
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 And then maybe we'll start side 2 with High High High. What's a good side 2 opener?
I think a good side 2 opener is either Only Mama Knows or Girls School.
Okay.
Tony, what are your thoughts?
Out of those two, I'd probably pick Only Mama Knows, maybe, out of those two.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the good openers.
Oh, you know what? I need to add the other Girls School. I should add this one, right? Which one do you prefer? The 93 or the 22?
Whatever one's longer. Because there's an edit out there floating around. But
No, they're the same.
They're both time
Either one. There is an edit. There is an edit on. I think it's on the first London Town issue. Let's have a look. I think it's like 413. Yeah.
Sacrilege.
Well, yeah. Well, they did it. They did an edit. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, back here. What's song number 3?
Soily, I'll give you a ring. Now we need another heavy song. Junior's Farm.
Happy with that.
Tony.
Yeah, I'm happy with that as well. And you gave me the answer. Then
Do you want to do? You gave me the answer next.
well,
Because that was just there. That
might be good to just split them up.
I was thinking too.
Venus
Yeah.
and Mars ish.
Hello.
Yeah, let's split them up a little bit.
I think English Tea might be good after. Oh, actually, what do you think of starting side 2 with Monkberry Moon Delight?
I think it works.
Okay, so we got Soily. I'll give you a ring. Junior's Farm, English Tea. And then we need something after English Tea.
What's floating out there still?
Only
Hi,
Mama
Hi.
Knows. Hi. Oh yeah, hi. We can do. Okay, then. So then we would need. Oh wait, does this math work? Because we need Suicide to finish be track 7.
Right. So bump it up. Wait, no, it already is. It's hard to see.
Oh, should I zoom in more?
A little bit, if you can.
How's that?
Better, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so I think I was doing the math wrong. That side that it's going to end as the 7th song.
Yeah.
Oh, so track 7 is going to be a rocker. Track 8, the opener of side 2, is going to be a granny.
So you have it inverted here?
No. But I was saying that it's true that when you start the whole album with a rocker, it's going to
Yeah.
end
Right.
with a granny.
Right,
But
right.
side 1 is going to is because if it was only 6 songs, then it would end with the opposite.
Yeah.
But 7 means it ends with the same.
Yeah. Oh, James, I feel you. That's this one right here. The fade
What?
out early. The fade out on the early the first pressing of London Town on CD had the fade out. It was not the full version.
So what rocker would you want to end side 1?
Ending side 1. It's maybe either Junior's Farm or Beware My Love.
We've already
No,
got
Junior's Farm's already in place, right?
Yeah,
So, yeah.
So Beware My Love.
there it is. Oh wait. So, hi. You gave me the answer. Here we go. Beware My Love.
Right. And now, so you're opening side 2 with Suicide. Right.
Yeah.
Now-
well, we can choose which one.
Right. Let's see. So now you need to open up. You need to go Suicide, and now you need to go to a rocker. How about Girls' School after Suicide?
Yeah, that's fine with me. But I feel like Suicide's not a good opener.
Do we? Because have we decided we're ending it with
Good Night, Princess.
Good Night Princess? Does that mean we've got to start it with a rocker to make it work?
Oh
Yeah.
wow, are you?
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
wait, no, it ends with the same. It ends with
Oh, same.
yeah,
so-
when there's
so it
7.
start- So it starts with the granny.
Yeah.
Right. Starts
What
with
about
Granny.
Walking in the Park? Is that a weird album opener?
That might be a better side 2 opener. Yeah, than just Suicide. You're right,
Yeah.
Kyle. That's actually a better call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice little instrumental, opens up, bum, 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 dun, dun,
Yeah,
into
right.
all that stuff, right? Then that kind of like quasi suicide type, Frank
Yeah.
Sinatra pastiche, which could
Yeah.
be on side 2, but we gotta sandwich it in.
And then maybe Only Mama Knows with that sort of weird sort of synthy
Opening.
opening part. That might
After
work.
Suicide?
No, after Walking in the
Walking
Park.
in the
Oh,
park.
okay, yeah. Gotcha. And then so Walking, we got the instrumental, then we got, his Memory Almost Full. Then after Only Mama Knows, is that gonna end with or followed by Suicide or Baby's Request? Those are only 2 options.
I think we should keep Suicide and Goodnight Princess like not too far apart because they are very granny-ish,
Keep them not far apart.
Like just like have Suicide, Rocker, Goodnight Princess.
Okay, so that's gonna go here,
Yeah,
and that's gonna go here,
yeah.
and this might be our album.
So
wait.
now,
This
go
might be your
to
album.
scroll back up, side 2. Go ahead.
Oh, side 2. Okay, side 2. Walking in the Park, Only Mama Knows, Baby's Request, Girls' School, Suicide, Monkberry Moon Delight, Goodnight Princess.
Yeah, that works. And then Morse Moose and the Grey Goose as the hidden track.
Okay.
Add that. Yeah.
It really shows how much Andy does not use streaming, that he's really onto the hidden track.
I use streaming,
I know, but
When
not
I'm in
like
but I don't live by it.
yeah, true. But I respect it, Andy. Much love.
This is how it was, buddy.
I well,
We're
that's
talking to a Gen Zer, so he's like, "What's this hidden track stuff?" He doesn't get it. He doesn't get
exactly.
it. He has no concept of what I'm talking about. But yeah, you all do, I know.
I wish there was a way we could do that on Spotify, but
Yeah.
Let's call it a bonus track.
Yeah. bonus
again,
track.
really not possible. But
No, you
we'll
can't.
have to use our imagination.
So there it is. So are we just going to keep it Paul's Granny Tunes and Rockers, or are we going to come up with a nice, unique name for it?
we need a better name.
We do. But that's the playlist. That'd be good.
Yeah. Okay. So
Any ideas out there? If those of you still hanging out there, any ideas or thoughts that would you like for a playlist name for this granny and rocker thing? Let us know. Let us know in the comments what you think it could be. I like it. I this one, yeah, I've enjoyed all the playlists, but this I'm really looking forward to this one because I enjoy the granny stuff.
And how long is it? It's an hour long. Okay, just under an hour.
Susan
Oh, actually,
Gagney says grit and grannies.
I like that. I like that.
Grit and grannies. That's unless somebody else has something better. I like that. Let's see. Grit and grannies.
I'm doing grits plural if that's okay.
Yeah. Macca's grits and grannies.
That was 10 points for Sue.
Susan is just a home run with everything.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised. Macca's grits and grannies. If you all in the comments, do you like? Do you like?
So should we read it out again?
The running order? Let's do it. Go ahead.
All right. Starting off with Live Soily, just to bring it out with a ton of energy. Then you got Paul in front of the piano solo. I'll give you a ring, one hand clapping sessions. And then bring the energy back up, which again is something we'll be doing a lot. Junior's Farm. Then you got the fake out and the epic ending. Then the song where he literally says twee in English T to, as the middle of side one, track 4. Then we got the rouser, high, 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 followed by a nice twee. You gave me the answer. Close the side out with Beware My Love. Flip it over, side 2. We got Jim Max walking in the park with Eloise. Nice, New Orleans style to open it up. And then Only Mama Knows, our representative of the 21st century, into Baby's Request. Then Girls' School, Suicide, Monkberry Moon Delight, Goodnight Princess, and then do not look at track 15. It is hidden.
Yes.
Morse Moose and the Grey Goose.
It's disguised. It's in a wig.
Now I have one edit. That's got to get made to this playlist. If you both agree.
I saw this one here, the rocking chairs.
The rocking chair says Ronald Ewing as another topic.
Right, that's great.
That's a good one too.
That's good.
We'll take a vote in the comments because those are the only two I see. Snickers and Knickers, Nick. We can't do. We can't do that one. Let's take a vote on the two titles in the comments and us, and we'll that's what we'll do. Number 2, we need to make a change though with a version of the song you have in here. I'll give you a ring from the one hand clapping version.
Yeah.
We need the proper B-side from 1982 because
oh really? Okay.
Yeah, that one sounds much more polished and it sounds much more granny in my opinion. Tony?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you need to go to Tug of War for that, I think, Carl.
Yeah.
That's what I say to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're going to take a vote. Okay, in the comments, tell us, do you want rocking chair or do you want grit and grannies? Go in the comments, please tell us. And if you don't say anything, then you vote. There is no vote. So I'm going to tally it all right here.
Yeah.
I love this picture.
Oh. Those are the two titles we're going to go with. Let's start seeing. Brad, we got rocking chair. We got rocking chair.
2 for rocking chair. Listen to what the brand says. I love that.
Rocking chair. Oh, nobody just and then we've got rocking chair. Hold on. Grits and grannies. Hold on.
James Boyce has just submitted. Listen to what the grand.
Oh, listen to what the grand said, but that doesn't record. That doesn't. We don't have the rockers there to what.
Yeah.
The grand said.
Heidi's gone grit and grannies.
So grit and grannies. We have Susan and Heidi have grit and grannies. Brad has rocking chair. Who came up with rocking chair? James Boyce says rocking chair. Ron came up with rocking chair. So there's 3 for rocking chair. Mrs. Beatley Tone has rocking chair. Matt Bazell is rocking chair. Looks like rocking chair is doing late here. Doing good here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about you guys? What say you?
I like grits and grannies. I think rocking chair is really
3.
I like rocking chair has the double meaning, but I think that grits and grannies is it's a little bit more.
I'm gonna vote for grits and grannies too. So that's 4. It's 5-4 rocking chair to grits and grannies. Tony has not weighed in yet.
Yeah, I think it's grits and grannies by a whisker.
By a whisker. Maybe I would if we called it like rockin' Macca's rockin' chair.
Yeah.
I like Grits and Grannies because it's again, it's
Susan says rock. Lynn says Grits and Grannies. That's 6. Rocking Chair might be too close to the George song. I agree. Lynn says Grits and Grannies. That's 6-5 now. Grits over Rocking Chair. So if you haven't chimed in, we're gonna close the polling. Oh, your polling locations will close at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. get your ballots in.
yeah.
I'll give you another 30 seconds to chime in, and then we're going to close it and award the winner. So if you're in the comments and you haven't chimed in yet on a title, please do, because it's razor thin right now. 6-5, Grits and Grannies over Rocking Chair. Let me know.
I'm
Hi,
so
Noah.
excited.
Hi, Noah. No problem, buddy.
I know.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes, we're making a playlist, buddy. That's what we do.
Mac is Grits and Grannies.
We got another two. Nick voted for Rocking Chair. So we got a tie. We have a tie. 6-6. Ooh. Oh, come on now. Come on. Give us something. Can somebody chime in and we'll call it a day. Barbara. Grits and Grannies. That's it.
Barbara calls it.
Barbara calls it. Grits and Grannies. It is 7-6. That's it. Case dismissed. That's it. Playlist done. Noah,
Yeah.
you'll have to go back and watch it, buddy. But we just compiled a playlist based on Paul's grittier, heavier, dirtier songs and his granny music. Brad says, take the S off Grits and I'll switch my vote because Grits is a food. Grits, what are we watching? Are we watching My Cousin Vinny now? How do you like your grits? You like your grits sauce instant?
I mean, can we call it? Yeah, Mac is Grit and Grannies.
All right,
Okay, I'm fine with
Susan, we're going to change it to Grit. There
Yeah.
you go. Change it to Grit, yeah.
it. Yeah,
I
changed it. I guess I was just more like, I don't know, his Gritties and Grannies, but that doesn't sound...
Grit and Grannies. I think that
Grit and
works out
Grannies.
perfectly. Mac
Fine
is
with
Grit,
me.
Grit and Grannies. It is.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you
Ronald.
Thank you, Ron, even though you did not win. Thank you for being here. That's a new name. And please consider joining us again and checking out our show.
Yeah.
So this was a lot of fun. That playlist is out there. And if you subscribe to our Patreon, you can get that playlist, okay? I'm sure you could just search it up, too, if you really wanted to find it. It's out there.
It's private.
Oh, never mind. It's not.
Yeah.
So we will start winding down and saying our goodbyes. Let's just chime in with Tony and Kyle as we say goodbye in the comments here. So,
Yeah.
Tony, first, you've got a video on your channel with the unboxing. Venus Samar showing all your merch that you got. And what is next for you cooking? You had a great video displaying the ticket pins of all the memorabilia, which was a great little video too.
Yeah,
What's next for you?
I think the next one I'm going to do is going to be a subscriber request. Someone asked me to do a ranking of the Beatles covers that they did.
Oh,
So I might do that next. I'm not 100% on it. But I'm probably going to leave it a few days because the unboxing / review of Venus and Mars is doing really well at the moment.
oh
So,
yeah,
Not
doing very
surprised.
well. Doing
So-
very well. Nice. Over 2,000 views you got, right?
yeah. So yeah.
Very good. Cool. Kyle, hand on the run. What's new for you, buddy? You come to
Living-
the fest, right?
Yeah, I'm excited for the fest. Excited to see everybody. I'm excited to, talk about our playlist in the Discord.
Yeah.
I think, because it's one thing to listen to, but after people have a couple of days to really listen to it, acquaint ourselves with it, it'll be some fun conversation.
Yeah, and we're going to have a little flyer designed, too, to share with everybody to tell you where we'll be for the little Two Legs hangout at the fest. And that we'll share that on there as well.
Yeah.
In terms of Two Legs news, we will be recording episode 276 on Monday, which will drop the weekend of the fest. A topic to be determined because I don't want to spoil it because it's going to be a doozy. And I want to thank one of our viewers out there who gave us the topic, and I can give him credit here because he was in the comments. Christopher Hahn sent us an email about a month ago with a killer topic for his
Yes.
show. You remember Kyle? Yeah.
I think I responded to your email just in
You
all
did.
caps. Way to go, Chris.
Yeah, and so you know the topic. We'll tell you about it. We'll tell you about it during the week when we post about it on Facebook. But it is going to be a whopper of a show. It's another one like a playlist type thing. I'll just leave it at that. But it's going to be fantastic. So
Yeah.
we'll be doing that. Real quick, I just want to get Noah's comment here before we say goodbye. Do you guys hear about a guy who found a demo tape of the Deco auditions in Canada?
Yeah.
Tony, have you?
I did. Yeah. I haven't. I don't know whether it's available to hear, but I haven't heard it or anything. But I did see an article somewhere. I don't know if it was on Facebook or on Twitter or what, but I did see it.
And I mean, is this any different? So this is these are demos for the Deco editions. This isn't the Deco edition tape proper that we all have heard forever, right?
No, I don't think.
All
so.
right. Well, I'm sure that'll leak out on YouTube eventually. So that is all that's going on with us this week. Busy week for Two Legs. I can't wait to go to the fest and see everybody again and do those panels. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Tony, you will be there with us in spirit, and Mrs. Beatley Tone. I know it. You'll be.
I'm now I've heard that everyone who is anyone is going to the fest. I'm gutted that we're not going to be there, but I hope that everyone that's going has an absolute blast, and I'll be watching out for videos and things.
Absolutely, and God willing, Mrs. Beatley Tone and Tony will be joining us in Chicago. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, come to my booth at the fest. I'm going to be selling Beatley Tone's email address for $50 a pop.
But yeah, that'll be great. So I really want to thank. What a wonderful show again today with Tony and Kyle. Great idea, great playlist. We'll have a little short as well too. Kyle's been making these shorts about our playlist and our episodes and these fantasy playlists. They've done so well because we haven't really done shorts, but Kyle's been a great supporter to kind of make the shorts, and they've done, the views have been great. They've been over 500 and one's almost at 1,000. So we'll have one for this. So Kyle, thank you. Thank you, MVP. No Sunday live chat because we're going to be at the fest next week, but there will be plenty of live content, hopefully at some point next weekend with all of us. Again, assuming the Wi-Fi is good, as I said at the top of the show. So everybody out there, as the song on new, listen, I can't go through everybody's here, but you all know who you are. My parents, MVP, Susan Gagney, everybody who's always here. James Boyce, Nick, Brad. I mean, I don't want to miss anybody. Lynn, Noah, everybody that's out and here watching today. Ron Ewing, he looks like a new viewer. Chris Hahn, James Byers. I just don't want to miss anybody, so I'll go through it anyway. Bitsong, of course. That's everybody else. I think Harry Benson was here as well. Blocky Bear, we was late. Tony D was here as well too. Lynn.
The guy from Sweden too.
Yeah, Patrick from Sweden. Russ Beetle 63. Matt Bazell. Christian Schusba. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. Let's see, got all them. I got them. Boy and Archer, our son down under, of course. Barbara Haverneck, thank you for that. Jay Burns for being here. And I think that's going to do. And Jeff, Music Sound Gear, as always, he's here every Sunday. And I think that's it. If I've forgotten you, I'm sorry. Joe Mantaneo, can't miss him out. He's always been here too. That'll do it. So thank you, everybody, for being here for Andy's Sunday Live Show and the first episode of Hands Across the Water with Tony, Beatley Tone, Kyle Hand, and myself. And we will do this again probably in a couple weeks' time. Hope you join us.
Yes.
Yes, it's been fun.
Yep. Guys, talk to you soon. And everybody out there, have a great day. And fest time. Look for us soon. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.